say that like that.
Hey man, hey, I'm a Ninja Turtles fan, okay? I will ooze wherever I like.
This one drink that's not even bad, you won't drink. And I'm confused. I am in anger.
Good for you guys. I don't watch a lot of movies. I go outside. Okay?
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Too Many Words podcast. I am your host, Isaac Joseph. Across the way from me is my best friend, Jordan Van Cleve. How you doing, Jordan?
I've been better.
Yeah, you've been better?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're recording on a Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're 2 for 2 for nights in a row of arguing about stupid shit because
we're naturally argumentative with each other. Here's the thing, folks. Jordan doesn't believe that educated people have anything good to say. But anyways, I'm gonna go put my hat on because my stupid Goldilocks hair that isn't Goldilocks, but it's just locks. I gotta put it under control. So I'm gonna go grab a hat. Jordan, say something funny because I love you.
Isaac rejected 2 women in the past 2 days.
That is not like something you should say. Go, please.
We don't need to elaborate on that. It's fine.
Related but not related. I'm gonna say what we talked about like 30 minutes ago. Bro, if I knew that the main difference between me being an average looking guy and almost conventionally attractive was me just having a big beard, I would have gotten this thing permanent 5 years ago. You know? Because holy crap, I've tested the waters on dating apps at both lengths at this point. Short beard Isaac, not. Long beard Isaac, it's getting ridiculous. Well, it was getting ridiculous. As of right now, I'm not on any dating apps anymore because, frankly, I've been reminded why dating apps are not the best. Not for anybody, but for me, I prefer to meet someone in person and generate something real. Preferably based on a friendship at first. And now I'm just rambling. Anyways, this is the Down to the Episode. What is it, Jordan?
We've been podcasting for 3 full years.
3 years exactly. At least it will be exact once it releases.
You watch 1 episode a week and it'll be 3 years from now.
Yeah. Like, for real. Episode 156, we did the math, I think. That is exactly 52 weeks times 3.
You know what's crazy?
What?
You could watch 3 episodes a week, and it'd take you a year to watch our entire video log.
That is cool. That is cool. That is cool. We've been saying for 3 years, hey, man, we gotta be consistent. You know? Mm-hmm. We gotta be on our butts about this, and frankly, this is like the most consistent thing I've ever done in my life.
You've been saying that the entire time we've been podcasting.
I know, but like legit, now that it's officially been 3 years, I've been doing this podcast for longer than any relationship that I've been in, for longer than any job that I've ever been part of. For real, when it comes to my intimate and professional relationships that I've ever had in my life, this is longer. Mm-hmm. Which is why I've thought about, having a small segment at the live show, me doing a one-question interview. Not a one good question, no, not that style, but I ask you, Jordan, can you tell the people here what the secret is to a long-lasting relationship? Commitment. Okay, because even when we just opened the episode, we just talked about how we were arguing. right before this. Y'all wanna know the stupid thing that we were arguing about just before recording? At what level we were gonna record the freaking podcast at. Now, I will say,
We each have our own preference.
on my end, it's kind of needless to even complain about it because for the most part, aside from the off chance that someone forgets to record their audio,
Hey, that was because
Zoom.
Well, it wasn't even Zoom. It was Streamlabs. It just decides
you were doing
to
Streamlabs.
Yeah, because that's for me. It's a more effective way to capture all angles.
All right.
It likes to forget which audio device it's using.
Well, anyways, unless something off chance happens, I'd probably say solidly the last 50 to 70 episodes have sounded great.
Our audio quality is always great.
It's great. And so, although we disagree on this one rule of thumb, it's neither here nor there as long as our podcast still sounds good.
Yes.
But what I stated, something that I've learned from other podcasters, something that I've learned in radio, something that I've learned from professional musicians, record low, amplify high. Okay? Don't record high because then it's going to get this blaring sound and it's not going to be good in post. But if you have that blaring sound, but it's not blaring the whole time, then you can't just turn it down because then the quiet parts are going to be too quiet and all that stuff and all this crap. And simply record low, amplify high. And Jordan over here, go ahead.
What?
Tell us your side.
I prefer to just record at like a neutral spot.
The Jordan way. He doesn't really know how to explain it, but like, yeah.
Jordan likes to do things his way. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jordan also struggles with taking advice from people with educations or real world
Fine.
experience.
Yes, I do. I'll admit, yes, I do.
I do want you to know that it's okay to do that, right? Because something that I've learned from like the 5 years of knowing you is, you plan on eventually going to college.
Someday, yeah.
Someday. There's no plans for it right now, but someday. Kind of like how during my 3-year gap, I was like, I know I'll go back. I just don't know when, right? And then I did. But like, I want you to know that nobody thinks, no good person is going to think that they're better than you because they went to college and you didn't. But you can't assume that if someone's giving you advice that they learned in college.
I just don't like it when people assume they know more than me.
Nobody's going to say that. You're assuming that they assume that they know more than you.
It's like Parks and Rec, man. Ron Swanson, he goes to that,
That home improvement store?
home improvement store, and the guy
And then
comes
they-
up and he goes like, I know more than you. And it's like, that's me. I know more than you, even though I might not.
Okay. That was a really good example because people trust Ron Swanson.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is there might be something in your subconscious, bro, that's saying, oh, I don't value myself as much as I would value the average college goer, and in which that might, I don't know, trigger some negative thoughts and refusing to take advice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too.
Okay, so now
What
Jordan
are we doing
and I,
here today?
Yes, we're gonna actually, Jordan. I feel like despite the 3 years of us doing a podcast recording,
There's a lot more story that hasn't been told.
I feel like, there's just like a boatload of lore that we've just never delved into, the before times.
Like, there's been a couple episodes where we've touched on it. Like, specifically the Mother's Day episode we did in our first year.
Yeah, or the host highlights.
Yeah.
But, like, we never really got into, like, the exact topic of how we became friends and how we stayed friends and really our journey from 2020 to now, really. Like, people can tune into the podcast, which was mid 2022, but like there's that little fluff between 2020 and 2022 where we got really close and a bunch of crazy stuff happened. And
some people might say that we were closer then than we are now.
Well, that's because you call your girlfriend whenever we're not doing this now.
Yeah, fair point.
Yeah. I don't want you to hate me for saying that.
I don't.
Good.
Because it's true.
Okay. Good. I'm glad that you're self-aware.
I mean, yeah, but we don't need...
So what's her name?
I don't...
Yeah, you know what? We won't. Okay,
I want
that's
to.
The rule.
I do, but like I want to save
I'm
it
glad
for...
that you're at least taking it slow in the regards to the podcast.
I want to. I want to... Well, wait a little bit. I think there's going to be something special that's going to happen eventually, and I want it to be on that.
You know how hard it is going to be to convince me to have her guest on the podcast? Do not make it one of those your way or the highway situations. Do not.
Come on. I know you wouldn't outright say
this
no
is
anyway.
This is a two-man vehicle. Okay, we both need to be okay with that.
Fine,
crap.
then I'll just get a third vote from our third host, who's never here.
Cool. And then I'll be like, hey, you like this Halloween episode that I'm only keeping up because Jordan is a butthole?
Bro, but that's such a good episode.
Is it though?
Yes.
Eh.
That is. I still think that is the epitome.
It is not.
Yes, it is.
Is the conversation coherent?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Rewatch it.
You rewatch it.
I will. With you.
You're just hating on it because you...
No. But I made a rule for a reason. And then we broke that rule, and now we must suffer from our consequences.
You made it... What rule?
The rule. No girlfriends on the podcast.
That's not a real rule.
I made that rule 3 years ago.
No, you did not.
Yes,
actually.
I did, and I made that rule.
No, because I
remember
remember recording in the basement, and you were trying to get on for a long time, and then...
Okay, listen. There was like a time where I was coming around on it.
No,
okay?
You did not make that, even say that, until like at least episode 20.
What?
I swear it.
Bro, you contact that woman, okay, and ask what my rule was about her being on the podcast. And she'll tell you from the get-go. That's how I felt. Maybe it wasn't something that I communicated with you because, you didn't have a girlfriend.
I think that's weird regardless, but,
Why get the audience connected to someone that we may never see again?
Why are girlfriends so temporary to you?
Because wives are permanent.
Okay, girlfriends can be permanent too.
Okay, not with our lifestyles.
I disagree.
Okay, now we're stepping on religious views. Okay. I'll tell you what, your pastor's not going to be cool with you just being boyfriend and girlfriend forever. But anyways, oh gosh, Jordan, it's like you want to disagree with me. Like it's a game.
You're wrong. Like you're just straight up wrong. It's fine. It's whatever.
Girlfriends are either temporary or they become your life partner.
They're not temporary until they leave.
What?
Yeah.
That means that they're temporary.
No.
Even in the sense that they became yours forever? For 100% of the folks that believe in marriage, even the concept of girlfriend and boyfriend, that's temporary. No. Whether it ends good or whether it ends bad.
If you believe that, then you do not date to marry. And I will die on that hill.
What are you talking about?
Dating to marry.
Cool. You can date to marry, but that doesn't make a girlfriend a title of girlfriend forever. Let's go ask Gary how his girlfriend's doing.
Whatever, it's fine. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Cool. Gosh.
See, and then you say that, and now I want to punch you.
Sorry. I hope you.
It's like I'm so exhausting, just voicing my opinion.
Because, Jordan, you know what? This is why we record our conversations.
Yeah.
People can tell us who was right and who was stupid.
I got a feeling you're going to be the one that's stupid this time.
Nah, it's all right.
Then again, I might be wrong.
I think, I think for a lot of our disagreements, it's all based in like a miscommunication or a misunderstanding. Like when I say girlfriends are temporary, you're acting like you're taking it as I don't date to marry.
Doesn't seem like it with the words you say, but you know.
I've only ever dated to marry. Okay?
See, I also know that though.
Then why are you not applying that knowledge to my statement and making
Because
sense
your
out of it?
actions are proving otherwise.
What are you talking about?
Actions speak louder than words. Actions are proving otherwise.
Cool. Yeah, I date to marry.
Whatever. Like I said,
I was a little hesitant to marry the last one because can't lie.
Whatever. Let's move on, please. Can we move on? We have a lot to talk about today.
See, I was gonna see. Remember? Okay, replay. Roop, right? I say, gosh, I was gonna say something, and then you wanted to remind me about how much I piss you off, bro.
Well, no, because like, why the fuck would you do that?
It's just what I do, bruh.
Maybe just, be a little less of a dick.
Oh my gosh, it's almost just a force of habit, or just something that's
Then it's
muscle
a
memory.
bad habit. Whatever.
Thanks, Jordan.
Whatever.
Is it a bad habit, or is it just something that you don't like?
I would. Okay. I don't want to talk a bit.
Oh, I love you. Oh. Jordan, now that we've bickered for 17 minutes.
Isaac, when did we meet?
I thought you wanted to talk about like 2017 and on first.
Well, we can.
That was more something that you wanted to talk
touch
about.
base on some of the early stuff.
Well, let's talk about it
Like,
chronologically.
for like 5 seconds.
Okay, let's
Like,
talk
when-
about it
when did we
chronologically.
meet?
When did we meet?
Yeah.
Well, I was like 16.
Okay.
For real.
When did we meet? No, we met when you were fucking like 3 months old.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Well, I know, but like, that's an important
Jordan.
detail to me.
Well, okay. Regular podcast listeners already know that we could technically say we've known each other since birth because our
I mean, not even
moms are
technically,
best
I
friends.
just say that.
Our moms are friends.
Yeah.
And so naturally, we've always known of each other. People already know that.
See, that's also where it becomes a little bit one-sided. You barely knew about my existence.
Yeah, I didn't really know you.
And, some parts of me are like really sad about that.
You know what's crazy? Like my first moment of consciousness about Sabrina having children at
Yeah,
all
I
is
remember
when I was
that.
brought to the hospital for the birth of Miracle.
You had met me so many times before that.
I don't remember a single one.
Do you not remember your childhood?
I remember a lot of my childhood, the good parts.
Oh, so I guess that wasn't a good part. Damn.
I probably saw you at
You were definitely at probably more than one family reunion or cookie exchange or something of ours.
I was at multiple cookie exchanges. I was at why is her name leaving me? It's Sabrina's sister.
Jody?
I was at Jody's wedding.
Yeah.
You were probably at that too.
I guess it depends on which wedding.
The one with a shotgun.
I was not.
You were not at that one, bro?
No.
Bro, that's one of my first memories of Mason, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember. I swear to God, I might remember Mason being born.
What?
Straight up
Poor?
born.
Born?
Yeah.
You don't?
No, I might.
Or you might? That's how I met Mason. Well, it's at least my first memory with Mason. My mom told my sister and I, "Hey, get out of here while Jody's getting ready. Go play with like other kids or something. Go play with Mason." I'm like, "Who's Mason?" And then Mason shows up with like a freaking MP3 player or something. He's like, "Do you like John Cena?" And I'm like, "I freaking love John Cena." And then he starts playing his theme song, and we start dancing to it in the backyard. And we played horseshoes together and just started talking about that. And then he started talking to me about football, but I didn't like football yet. I was like, I don't want to talk about football. So, yeah, we just mostly talk about wrestling.
That was Randy and Jody's wedding.
Yeah.
I was not at that one.
Yep.
I think that was the year I actually lived at my dad's.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, dog. It was, for some reason, I remember, I don't want to say a lot because I can't quote anything, but there's a lot of pictures in my head from exactly how that wedding went. So,
Yeah. And look at where it's at now. But
I don't know where it's at.
not great.
Cool. So, yeah. But my first memory of you.
Like, I went to... okay. I went to... I guess maybe one of my earliest, like, full conscious memories of your mother and you guys was Kelly's wedding to Michael.
Cornelius?
No, before him.
Oh, I don't remember that one. I know the Cornelius wedding, though.
I was not there for that one.
Oh, dude, I remember that one quite well as well. What? I'm only remembering the weddings you were not there at, dog. What's going on?
I don't know. And then I remember my mom would come and visit you guys sometimes with me. And then, like, there was that time you played football at the DCG stadium or the football field. And, I was like, "Hey, Isaac, how you doing?" You're like, "I'm doing great." You thought I was probably just some random fucking dude.
Well, how old was I? What level of football?
13, 14?
Oh, yeah, I didn't know who you were. Yeah, for sure.
You didn't even know who I was until you started working at Hy-Vee, dog. Come on.
Yeah.
We established that a long time ago.
Yep. And I'll keep quoting your mother on this. "Hey, you see Jordan at work on your first day of work?" I was like, "No." "Well, Jordan saw a whole lot of you." "Oh, shoot. I guess I don't know what he looks like." And then I saw a kid that looked like Sabrina. I'm like, "Oh, that must be him."
I can't believe how, like, little you knew of my existence and, like, I knew so much about yours.
Because my mom is louder than yours. For real. My mom is more social media active than yours. I assure you, if Sabrina started posting pictures of you as often as my mom posted pictures of me on Facebook, I would have had a firm grasp
My mom
on who you were.
is incredibly active on social media.
She shares memes and one-liners, dog.
Yeah.
Okay, not pictures of you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I sure.
Well, that's
because, like, I assure you, I would have known you the same way I knew Katie,
all of my
and
mom's
Mason
pictures,
and Sierra.
Like, I'd say, like a good solid 75% of my mom's pictures were physical ones that are not fully scanned in yet. And then, like, 15% of them were ones that she took on our first flip phones that we had that had cameras. And then, like, we don't have any of those pictures anymore because those are just fucking gone. And then, like, the other 10% is just all the ones she has now.
Why you curses so much in this episode?
Well, because you made me angry at the beginning.
Jordan, we got to start putting it into practice.
I know.
to not let these disagreements get you so mad, bro.
Well, no. So like,
real?
it's the problem. It's not a problem that like I'm not like angry at you anymore. I mean, I am, but
I
like
need you
that's
to stop taking it so personally.
it's just like that heat and like just frustration. It's just kind of it's just still gonna be there. It's just
record low, amplify high. You son of a like. Like it's not always personal, man. We
it is.
can disagree that I can think the concept of girlfriend is temporary, and you can think it's permanent for some reason, and that is okay.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Do we need to put the mics down and like hug?
no.
Do we need to put the mics down and like I put my hair up and like never mind?
We should. Yep. So okay. Back when we worked together at Hy-Vee, right?
Yeah.
We that was when we first really started getting close. Like we became, I wouldn't say best friends then, but we became friends during that time.
Yeah. I think it more so happened when you started working at the deli and I was working in seafood, and seafood is seafood.
For
and
some freaking reason, when we both worked courtesy, I never saw you.
well, when we're baggers don't really have time to converse.
I guess fair enough. I mean, I feel like they do, but
I do remember like the first images where I'm actually acknowledging your existence is you being a bagger, but we can't talk because you're working and I'm working. But I'm like, oh yeah, that's Jordan.
So one time you borrowed some money from me. It was like a couple bucks for like a soda or something like that. I don't even remember.
I don't remember that.
Your mom made you pay it back.
Oh, sure.
Hang on.
What the freak?
And you gave it to me in this weird, ornate looking Chinese thing, and I still have it.
I don't remember this.
This was from like straight up 2017, dog.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's crazy. What even, dude? This is in your drawer.
Yeah.
I don't recognize this at all.
It had, I think, like literally $3 in it. I was like, dude, you don't need to pay me back. And you're like, my mom made me.
I gotta ask. I don't know. I gotta ask if my mom knows where this is.
I love that you don't remember it at all.
No, I don't, bro.
That is one of my favorite parts of this interaction
This
right
is
now.
8 years ago. Bro.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And I've had it in my drawer ever since because I thought it looked neat. It was shiny. It looked fancy. I was like, are you sure you want to give this to me? This looks expensive or something. And you're like, dude, it's just a piece of paper. Throw it away. Like, these were actually words you said to me. And I was like, I'm not going to throw this away. So I shoved it in my drawer. But there was something else before that. There was something else before that, all right? Isaac did go to my graduation party.
I don't remember that either.
I know you don't. And you did go to my graduation party. That was August 2016, right? And that was like when I was like, all right, cool. And then your graduation party came around. And I was like, well, he went to mine. I definitely should go to his. That's how I know you went.
And we got pictures.
Yeah, we do. This is an invitation to my graduation party that's fully sealed still.
Nice.
This was packaged and wrote up in 2016 and sealed, and it's never been opened. I would like you to open it.
Was this supposed to go to me?
No.
Okay. You want me to? You really? Like
Yeah.
this? The stickers on it still. Like,
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I ruined it. All right. Let's see. 1 second. It's another envelope, dog. It's got a V on it for Versace.
Yeah, sure. You suck at opening envelopes.
They're pretty exact to the size, dog. That
They
was
are.
like airtight.
They actually really are.
This is literally 9 years old. This is nice.
Yeah.
It's got your school on the front of it and stuff.
They were really expensive.
Bro, I never even seen Urbandale once. Class motto. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose.
So part of this is really special because, like, I know we sent an invite to your family. Obviously, you were fucking there. But I also, having become friends with you over the years, I know you never fucking saw it.
Yeah, this invitation, no.
Like, I know it was given to your mom, and your mom was like, okay, and never showed it to anyone. She was like, all right, we gotta go to Jordan's graduation party.
Oh, yeah, a lot of that stuff, she got it, and then she just, made plans for the family, Where's the part that's, actually inviting people?
That is it. The whole thing. It's just
it's just written weird. Okay.
I'd say show it off, but I don't know how well it would come off on the camera.
It wouldn't. But, you see those, typical, it's a drawing of the school, and then fancy calligraphy, and it's got horseshoes on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think those were like $5 an invite.
The Stangs. I got cool invites, and I did horrible with them. I gave them out like Oprah, right? But you know what my mistake was?
What?
The year I graduated, I didn't go to freaking anybody's grad party.
Why? I wanted to go to so
They
many.
were all happening at the same time, bro. I made two people's freaking grad parties, and they weren't even my close friends. These were people that I have not seen since then.
It is kind of stinky that a bunch of people decided, hey, graduation parties are all going to happen at the same time.
Dude, it was 5 a week, bro. I didn't have that in my schedule. I was already trying to work full time. It was crazy, and mine was scheduled in August. So of course it was one of the last freaking grad parties to happen. Oh, Isaac didn't go to my grad party. I'm not going to his. There were 3 people from my graduating class at my grad party, and 2 other people from the high school at all.
Wow.
Let me tell you what shit show of a legacy I had at my high school. None. Okay? Which is why this podcast has to fucking work out. So I can actually reestablish having some friends, man. Okay? Sorry that I said the F word, but it's I believe that you shouldn't regret anything. But
You regret not going to enough graduation parties.
I regret not taking the proper steps to have actually a bunch of my friends at a grad party, because in a sense it wasn't a far cry from just my mom's friends all just coming over to see her baby
There was
boy.
a lot of people I didn't recognize there. I know that.
I will say it wasn't just my mom's friends, and it wasn't just my dad's friends, but I'd like to think that I'm pretty proud of the fact that
I will say I don't remember seeing your dad there.
my dad was there.
I know he was, but I think he either left before I got there, or
My dad was there. My stepdad was there, and Jesse Morgan was there.
I don't remember Jesse being there at all.
Oh yeah,
Really?
yeah.
I do remember showing up late though, like an hour into it.
That's okay. You showed up before some of my friends that I had to drive to their house and pick them up and take them to my freaking grad party for. But I was actually quite proud as a graduating high schooler, the amount of actual grown-ups that I knew. And actually a lot of work friends came over too.
That's what I remember. A lot of work friends.
Yeah. And so I don't know. Maybe high school was just the only thing that I didn't really leave a huge mark on when it came to long-lasting friends. But everywhere else, I got work friends. Some of my mom's friends see me as their friend as well.
There was one more show and tell thing I forgot.
I'm surprised you have show and tell stuff.
I cared about our friendship a lot, actually.
I do too.
No, I cared about it a lot earlier on than you did.
Yeah, you did. You did. I think it's because my mom oversold what kind of person I was to give you any interest in wanting to be friends
I
with
have
me
no
anyway.
idea what the fuck your mom said. I just was like, oh, like that's Dusty's son. He seems pretty cool. But yeah, your graduation party happened in 2018, right? Yeah.
Yep. It still baffles me that you graduated 2 whole years above me. I always see you as like 1 grade over. And mentally 2 grades below.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can tell that. I promise you. You take me for granted.
No, like for real,
I'm
like
so much wiser than you. These
No.
gray hairs prove it.
You're just more stressed than me. That's
Fuck
for
you.
sure. But I believe that once you're out of high school and you hang out with somebody long enough, typically you'd most notice this with like a partner or a spouse or something. No matter the age gap, after a certain extent, you forget about that sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And I mistake people to be the same age as me all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like for real. Like you,
Like seriously.
like all of my girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah.
At a certain point, you're just the same now.
Yeah. It's just like, oh, that's your homie. I actually have the same theory with body imperfections. What are you doing?
Oh, no, there it is.
I was about to say I can't say that sentence and then you just leave without me trying to explain. See, I feel like under the same theory, there's no unattractive people and there's no attractive people. As in, like,
Everyone has their own tastes.
when I look at you, I don't see, oh, that's a fat guy.
You just see Jordan.
I just see Jordan.
Yeah.
And I think the not speaking on personality, because that's a whole different bag of worms, okay? But when it comes to physical attraction, I feel like people fall in love with familiarity over attraction. As in, like, oh, there's a girl in your life that you like, but you don't know if she likes you. How often do you see her? Oh, all the time because y'all work together? Let her get to know you. She might like you a little bit. I feel like there's something in like how we're psychologically wired. People who see people that they recognize very well feel safer with folks other than just like the cookie cutter attractive folks. And I think the main difference between what can just be found attractive and not attractive at that point is just how well put together you are, you know? Like if you got your beard lined up, you got a nice haircut, you're dressed to not
I'm trying
in
to
what
grow my
those
hair out
pants
again.
are.
You hate my pants and suspenders.
You once people just stop seeing the imperfections on any of us, and they just see, oh, that's just Jordan, or that's just Isaac. He's dressed sharp today. You know, that's all it takes.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that was like an off tangent for me, but that's just one of the
A
million
great segue into our
theories
hot
that I
take
have.
for this week. PDA is gross.
PDA is gross.
I disagree.
I know. Let's have you be mad at me
No,
for another
no.
thing. Tell me why it's not gross, Jordan.
I don't want to.
Tell me why swapping
believe it or
spit
not-
across the subway while I'm trying to just get to freaking work is not gross.
Believe it or not, I actually respect this one greatly. Everyone's going to have their own tastes and opinions about it. Personally, I mean, I will enjoy loving my girlfriend or my wife at any given moment.
Okay, so PDA, okay?
Public display of affection.
Now, I think there's levels to it,
Yeah, I absolutely agree.
okay? I mean, what's a wedding? Hey, come to our organized PDA.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
there's different levels to it. I believe, especially once I get married, if I want to kiss my wife, I don't give a damn where I'm at.
Exactly.
But if I want to make out with my wife, I better be in a spot where she's okay with me making out with her, you know?
Yeah, I think there's
yeah.
definitely some truth there to that.
So there's, of course, levels. But hugging, you can hug anywhere. A peck on the cheek, you can do that anywhere. Peck on the lips, as long as it's not excessive, anywhere. Everything more, it's trivial. There's some gray. It's situational, you know.
Yeah. I think a lot of it's situational. And I think there's levels, like you said.
It's kind of weird because I don't want to say in a general sense.
Yeah.
Because
everyone's gonna be different about it.
Everyone's going to be different about it, but there's also two ways to say to look at it when you say in a general sense. When it comes to the action, general sense of PDA, it is just the peck. But when it comes to the statement of PDA in general, most things that can go under PDA are gross. Because other than those three things that I just listed that you can do anywhere, everything else, kind of gross for a PDA.
Everyone's got their opinion. That's one that I really just like, to each their own.
Yeah. Yeah. In the 5 years that we've gotten real close, I do feel like the two...
We should make out more?
No. I do feel like the two things that we most disagree on are how we take on relationships and what we do in them.
Yeah.
At least boyfriend-girlfriend relationships.
I think, honestly, any relationship.
Nah, because, like, we're friends. And if we disagreed on how friendships should go, we wouldn't be friends.
Fair enough. You're right about that.
Because, like, I just feel like we most often disagree on, like...
Yes.
Your role as a boyfriend and how you should treat your girlfriends and all this stuff. Because, like, Jordan thinks you should treat your girlfriend like a queen, and I think you should beat them.
You probably shouldn't have said that on there. I'm going to be straight up. That I might have to ask James to censor that.
At Mario Kart.
'Cause
there you go.
That's one of those iffy ones, my guy.
No, because guess what? I have not beat any of my exes, okay?
Fair enough.
None of them are going to, like, come forward and be like, yeah, you did this. Like, dude, I am the least physical boyfriend of all time. And my last relationship, that was almost 3 years long, okay? Didn't raise my voice in anger almost ever. The only time that ever happened was when it got towards the end of the relationship, and I was like, well, screw it. I know that this ain't lasted forever. Let me get something off my chest. So, yeah, there was a couple moments near the end there where it just was not great. But, yeah, I am not a violent partner. I am not even an aggressive partner. Maybe sometimes passive aggressive because I get moved.
Sometimes?
You're different. But, like, yeah, I don't beat my girlfriends. I don't think anybody should beat their partner, right? So, yeah, don't do that. But yeah, I do think that's like the number one thing we disagree on things. I think a couple others is religion.
I mean, you love Jesus, you go to church, you pray.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much more than that, but, like, you know.
I was about to say, are we going to just generalize what what it is to be called to be? Oh, man. But anyways, and the other one, freaking how we take advice from educated folks. Okay?
Yeah.
Oh, this is how I do this. Oh, yeah? Well, this is what I learned, and this is where I learned it. I hate that.
Yeah, because I'm already doing it the way I want.
Jordan hates that I have sources.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially when I have sources. He hates it. And guess what? Usually sources is like, you use your sources to like legitimize your case. But Jordan's like, oh, I see your source,
All right,
and I just want to say that your source is
let's
wrong.
move on now. All right. So in
Hey, let me have some fun, bro. Like, I was having fun.
the next big event that happened for us as friends after your graduation party, because at some point, you left Hy-Vee, I was still there, and yada 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 stuff happened, right?
I did.
Then your stepdad died.
Oh, yeah, and then my stepfather passed. April 2020. We love him.
That was
been
probably
5
one of
years.
the first catalysts for us becoming best friends.
Yeah. A lot of crazy bad stuff happened in 2020.
2020 was insane.
And I know that like millions of other people could say that, billions of other people could say that, but like there was a lot of other non-COVID related stuff that happened in 2020 for me personally, where easily that was worst year of my life.
Yeah.
2022, best year of my life. For real.
Hey, 2025 shaping up to be pretty good,
Honestly, dog, I feel like the only reason why I see 2022 as the best year of my life is because that was the first year that I saw the potential of how great my life could be. And now it's just happening. And so I'm just not recognizing it. But yeah, before we get that far, say what you want about 2022.
2020.
Or yeah, 2020.
So, Isaac's stepdad, Justin, he passed away. He died from, what was it, liver?
It was something related to his organs, and I can't for the life of me. I know it's been 5
Pretty sure
years.
it was like liver failure.
But like
or
I
something
can't,
that.
dude.
Your mother would beat you
What?
for not remembering.
No, like I never remember. Like I never do. I don't know what it's called. I don't know what it was, but there was some organ failure related stuff, and he was sick. And like the only thing that I remember, and please bear with me when I try to explain this, because every time I freaking explain it in person, people want to get ahead of me and assume what I'm trying to say. But please, the only thing I remember is that he had a version of COVID, and it wasn't COVID-19, okay? There's a reason why COVID-19 is COVID-19. It's because it wasn't the only freaking variation of COVID.
There's a lot.
He had
Even after 19.
He had a previous case of specifically the coronavirus, but it was from like a strain of like a decade prior for something, okay? So truly, there's some version of COVID, probably since the dawn of time, I guess. But yeah, he got it, and it wasn't good. But there was a plethora of other things that were just not going great. And he got sick in November. Actually, no, before November. And he was just in and out of the hospital a lot until we made the decision to let him go in April.
But, yeah. So I went to his funeral, and it was a very well done funeral. Your mother definitely spent a lot of money on that, and it showed.
My mother has opinions on how well done the funeral was.
I thought it went really good.
Well, here's the thing. Especially during a funeral, everybody hates the COVID rules.
Yeah.
Everybody hates the COVID rules. Your mother would probably recall.
Yeah, I recall that. Your mom being happy about that.
Because, like, only 8 people could be there. And so my mom picks 8 people. And one of them wasn't Sabrina. And I remember your mom taking it quite personally.
She takes everything personally.
And I thought it was, like, the wrong move for my mom not to pick Sabrina. Yeah, man, it was just... it sucks. We had
my mom sat in my car with me for that.
we had not his funeral, but the day we planned the funeral.
Oh,
Like the maybe the visitation, maybe the visitation. Now this is gonna sound super unrelated, but this is for me personally, and how I cope. The day of the visitation was the same day of the NFL draft that year.
I remember that.
Round 1 of the NFL draft. And now, the visitation, obviously, my stepdad died, okay? And I don't want to give any impression that I wasn't taking it seriously. But the visitation, definitely not as serious as the funeral.
Yeah.
And so I was definitely staying tuned for the draft. And I remember specifically, that was the year of the wide receivers, you know. Who's going to get drafted first out of the wide receivers? You know, Henry Ruggs, Jerry Jeudy, CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson.
Henry Ruggs.
Yeah. He was the first wide receiver off the board. You want to talk about how much I hate that draft? But anyways, the guy I wanted was CeeDee Lamb. And I was pissed that they didn't draft CeeDee Lamb. But you know who drafted CeeDee Lamb? The Dallas Cowboys.
Is he still with the Cowboys?
And he's still with the Cowboys.
Really? I thought CeeDee Lamb was on a different team for some reason.
And the reason why I bring this up, I guess I should have mentioned it first. My stepdad was a huge Dallas Cowboys fan. Okay, he got buried in a Dallas Cowboys jersey.
I just realized the camera's not plugged in.
Is it going to die?
I hope not. Well, we got 9 minutes left of this episode anyway. So.
Well, that's not true because I expect this episode to go pretty long.
I don't want it to.
You don't want to have the retelling?
I got to be done by 10:40.
Excuse you?
Yeah.
Excuse you.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I got to call.
Oh, you have a phone call scheduled?
Yes.
I thought, what happened to that thing you said yesterday about how it's not going to affect the podcast?
Well, I'm sorry. I thought we were going to record at 7:30.
Dog, I didn't get home until 8:03.
Yeah. Why?
Because I had to drop off Aaron's wallet.
Okay. Fair enough. But, you know, I still...
Hey, is she going to be alive tomorrow?
No, I got a call to wake her up.
She's relying on you to be her alarm.
That's something we both enjoy.
She doesn't have anything set to wake her up.
No.
Y'all
Hey,
are
man,
stupid.
I like it, okay?
Y'all are stupid. Like, and I mean that in the nicest way possible.
I don't believe you.
That's stupid.
Sometimes I just don't think you've ever really loved anyone, you know?
Sometimes I
Me
feel
included.
like I never have either.
Anyways, at Justin's funeral, I had a dangly bit on my car. And
Oh, what?
a dangly bit.
Okay.
Like a little panel that was dangling underneath it.
I do remember that.
And Isaac comes up to me. You're like, here, bro, I get some of that too. I got these zip ties. They work great. And he handed it to me. I shoved it in my glove box. Forgot to use it.
Yeah, those zip ties were in my Lancer.
Yep.
Ah, dude, I miss that Lancer.
Yeah, and now you're like, I want to get a Toyota because I'm going to be basic pitch traffic.
I'm sorry, but like the Lancer just doesn't make any sense in the plan.
A car?
I already have a van.
I guess.
Okay, I want a Toyota 4Runner, which is a direct upgrade from the van.
I mean, yeah, but like, what are you going to have for like a fun vehicle?
A fun vehicle?
Yeah.
I'm not. See, I know I said that I want to get 2 cars. Okay, maybe.
I still plan on having like 6 someday in my life, so.
Yeah. And still live here?
No.
Okay, good.
When we make millions from our podcast.
And you're going to have 6 cars at your grandparents' house?
Yeah, when I upgrade the house and when I
Turn the entire lawn into a parking lot because you have 6 cars.
No, it'd be they wouldn't all be at the house.
So here, what time is it?
there'd be
What time
some
is it?
at
It's
9.
9:58. If we're still running in 4 minutes, you're gonna call her on the podcast, wake her up, and then say, "Okay, bye." All right.
I mean, we're catching up though. What? I don't want this episode to go long.
Bro, it's a retelling from basically 2017 to the present. You thought this was going to be short?
No, I thought it was just gonna.
I
be
know how
family.
you tell stories, okay? And now we've talked about zip ties, Asian
Hey, man,
papers.
you're the one
a
that won't
freaking-
shut the fuck up.
A freaking high school graduation party invite. Okay, I know how you tell stories, and it's very long. Do we want to talk about a 3.5-hour Transformer journey through you and your toy history, dog? I know how you tell stories, and it's not me for why it's long.
I think it is 50-50 for this episode.
Oh,
all right?
okay.
All right? Because, like, there's been a lot of times where you talk about completely unrelated things to, like, today. And, like...
In this podcast specifically, you're right. You're right. I'm in a very good mood to make fun of you. I'm going to... Before we get into 2021...
I don't really have anything to talk about in 2021, to be honest
What?
with you. I wasn't
That
really
was
done
like
with
the
2020.
first solid year that we were, like, best friends.
Like, 2020 was the year that you got broken up with.
Yeah, so, 2020, worst year of my life. Going back to that.
So I started coming over to Isaac's apartment because he lived with his buddy Eli at the time, and I would bring pizza over like every single time because I was hungry, and I'd come over after work, and there's a Domino's right next door.
Yeah, we
And-
lived in the backyard of Domino's, basically. So my roommate at the time ate Domino's quite often, shared Domino's quite often, and then I get broken up with, and this guy brings Domino's quite often. So, yeah.
Domino's pizza is great, man. 2 for $6.99 each deal is great. It's good.
Yeah, it was because of that I don't eat Domino's anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I just can't.
But yeah, that's when I started, playing like Rocket League with you, and you invited this random homeless guy over a few times.
He's not random.
I just started hanging out with everyone pretty often.
Man, I miss that guy.
I just crash at Isaac's place quite frequently,
He's probably dead.
and then we would fuck around,
Or in jail.
But I don't really have anything specific for 2021.
Oh, dude. You don't?
Not really.
Oh, dude.
That's what I can think of, at least.
I know what can encapsulate 2021.
TikTok.
Okay. Well, TikTok, also 2021 was actually it was like exactly when 2021 started that I started getting into D&D. Like I remember going in my Snapchat memories, the first saved memory for 2026, I had bought some D&D minis and I started painting them at Dustin's house because that's where I started living.
You said 2026.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know why. Like, honestly, I can't.
very,
how is that? What?
The very first saved Snapchat memory of 2021, it's me painting minis at Dustin's house because I started to live there. And so D&D and TikTok lives and living at Dustin's house and trying to get in the military and not being very successful.
Biking to Sailorville Lake.
And biking to Sailorville
Although
Lake.
I think that was more of a 2020. Well,
It was both. But yeah, that was... And freaking having to work at Walgreens because the military didn't take me as fast as I thought.
that Walgreens job, you had fun with that, though.
It was fun because, freaking Dustin followed me there.
Like, you didn't take it too seriously, and, like, it's Walgreens. You shouldn't.
But I have a drink that can encapsulate the general energy that I brought
Is
for
this
2021.
where the drink review comes in?
Yes. Say something funny.
Oh, my God. Is it the original Alani?
No.
Say something funny.
Don't expect any blast from the past.
Hi, Jeezy.
Yeah, the garbage can to the mailbox at the end of the week.
I don't know. I really don't.
I assume that wasn't this week. It was probably last week, I assume.
Honestly, I legitimately don't know. I saw it there yesterday, and I was like, how long has that been there?
Well, if it was there yesterday, yeah, that wouldn't have been this week, then.
Monster juice?
So for this week's Get Them Lips Wet drink review, we have Monster Juice Viking Berry. You know what I'm getting at now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, this bottle is really cool. It's got shield maidens.
When did you start living in this house?
When did I start living in this
Was
house?
that 2021?
It was actually a very smooth transition. So smooth, I cannot tell you. But I want you to know that when I was depressed from the breakup, well, I did a lot of
'Cause you
crazy
went
things
from-
because I was depressed from the breakup.
You went
but
from Eli's.
I went from
to
Eli's to Dustin's,
Dustin's
and then
here.
say I was at Dustin's for about 5 months, right?
Okay.
But on those really, really extra hard days where I was just not dealing emotionally well,
You spent.
I felt like it was really nice to just be here.
You did spend a lot of time here in like a transitionary period before you officially lived here.
Yeah, it kind of was just like, once a month, because Dustin thought it was a cool idea. And then it was just a couple times a month, and then a few times a month, and a couple times a week. And then Dustin freaking went to Wisconsin. I didn't want to go back to my mom's, but I didn't want to be stuck with like Dustin's parents and just me. So I was here more often. And then that's really what made me stay here. So 2021 is definitely when I made that transition here. And then I got a factory job in 2022 and all that stuff. But before we start talking about 2022, let's get into this this Viking Berry Monster Energy drink. Ready?
Yes.
You ready to drink a freaking energy drink at
I'm gonna take a sip.
10:05 p.m.?
Sip.
Let's get it.
A sip. But why are we drinking this?
Because in 2021,
Isaac got obsessed with Vikings.
I got absolutely obsessed with Viking culture. Smells like musk. And not the Elon kind. It's nice. It smells good.
I can smell it from here.
That is good. So, of course, it tastes like berries. Definitely raspberry a little bit. Oh, our landlord and savior's curious. Boom. You poured that at the same time that your phone or your Apple Watch made that noise, and that was cool. It was like
That's pretty good.
he was getting bonus points for getting a drink poured in. But yeah, I started watching this one show called Vikings. And also it had something to do with one of the first fighters that I made in D&D. He was kind of Viking-ish, you know. But also the Assassin's Creed Valhalla game came out too, and I was all about that as well. And there was just like a plethora of things that were pushing me into the direction of getting really all about Viking culture and Viking stuff. And pretty much that 6-season Viking TV show is where I got the bulk of it all, you know? And I just fell in love with the whole thing, you know?
And then he bought a Viking horn.
I bought a Viking horn and all that. And
That's shown up on the podcast a few times.
yeah, and I got Viking books from my grandma. Shoot, there's another Viking book that I just bought from Half Price Bookstore in that dresser over there. And although it hasn't been as prominent in recent years compared to 2021 and 2022, I still love Viking culture. It's just that my life has just drastically changed since starting this whole thing, you know. And it all, I love how, that kind of goes into 2022. What happened in 22, Jordan? Greatest year of my
So,
life.
A lot of things happened in 2022. There was the 3 Days Grace concert.
That was November. A lot of awesome, really awesome stuff before that happened too.
We started the podcast.
Yep. That was
Actually,
huge.
I thought the 3 Days Grace concert was before the podcast. Because, I don't remember talking about it on the podcast until later, and we were talking about it through my perspective.
It was episode 2. So maybe it wasn't November. No, the Saint Asonia concert was November. The 3 Days Grace concert was the year before. And it was before the podcast, but we decided to talk about it as episode 2. But before it was a podcast episode, it was a freaking article that I wrote on the website, and it was one of the first articles. It was the first article. My experience at 3 Days Grace was the first thing.
That was why we talked about my perspective on the podcast.
The first, even a concept of storytelling of any form was on thescaldstone.com. My perspective of the 3 Days Grace concert. That's right. But yeah, there was just so... we talk about how 2020 was the worst year of my life, okay? 2021, I was a little bit lost, trying to throw my life away, going to the military, doing crazy stuff like dressing up as a Viking and going to a grocery store, watching TV.
Okay.
Isaac today does not really watch TV all that much.
Yeah, you just lay there and have YouTube playing in the background.
Yeah. Well, I worry about all the other stuff that I have to get done for tomorrow and all that. But anyways, I was going crazy in 2021. It was that transitional period, but 2022 was so good to me because I had gotten a factory job and I was making just enough money for me to realize, oh my gosh, I can go back to school.
Yeah, you went back to school and you bought a truck that you shouldn't have.
I shouldn't have bought that truck, but I was like, wow, there's some things that I can actually put my life back together with, and that's when I started the website again because I wanted to get back into writing. Oh yeah, that's why 2021 was also very pivotal. That was the year that I was inspired to get back into writing again because we got COVID in 2021. And
yeah, you and me both got COVID in 2021.
That's when I binge watched in order the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I remember freaking the fuck out, honestly. Because, I got family and old people family. And, I was worried about getting COVID. I wasn't worried about getting COVID, but I was worried about having COVID. And, we should talk about how that experience went.
Sure.
How we discovered we both had COVID.
You tell it better than me.
We had a New Year's party. I shouldn't say we. I had a New Year's party.
You threw a New Year's party and then everybody got COVID.
We invited a particular ex-girlfriend who lived with a particular person who had COVID, and she came and she had COVID, and then everyone got COVID. But Isaac had a candle lit that he had sitting out here because he liked it. It was a gift to him.
Candles.
I came out here and I couldn't smell it. I was like, okay, that's a little weird. Normally I can smell this because it was a strong candle. So I shoved my entire face in it and I still couldn't smell it. I was like, oh God. So I popped out the emergency COVID test that we had. Positive. Isaac took one. Positive. Everyone else took one. Positive. except for our landlord and savior, Jeezy.
Well, he doesn't go out much anymore anyway.
But yeah, no, that was an interesting experience.
Yeah.
Suddenly not being able to smell things.
You know, they really got the Viking experience very accurate in this drink because it smells awful, tastes good.
I didn't think that.
Like most Vikings, smell awful, taste good. You know what I'm saying?
What?
10 out of 10. Hello?
Okay.
Yeah.
I give it a solid 7 out of 10. That's fine.
I'd probably give it a 6 or a 7.
It's all right.
The smell alone is really like
I don't think the smell was bad. I thought it smelled good.
like I'm mistaking it for BO and I'm smelling myself. And that's definitely not me. This drink smells like body odor.
I disagree. I just thought it smelled like
Oh,
berries.
really? Try again.
Okay.
Sniff.
Yeah, it smells like berries. It is musty.
Guys,
I'll agree. It smells like
Jordan
it smells
is
musty.
actively like on like he's like how much can I keep the streak going of just disagreeing with Isaac? You know who was a pretty great guy? Martin Luther King. I dare you. I dare you.
It was Martin Luther King Jr.
Oh my God. Okay. Okay. But anyways, yeah. So when I got COVID, I had a bunch of time on my hands, and I watched from beginning to end. Now, don't get me wrong. I've been a Marvel fan since the jump. I saw The Incredible Hulk in theaters. I saw Iron Man in theaters. I saw a plethora of these movies in theaters before I decided to actually sit down and watch all of them in a row. I'd probably watched about 70% of all the movies that had come out. But, like, there was a few movies that Jordan was surprised that I had never caught, which was Black Panther, any of the Ant-Man movies,
I wasn't necessarily surprised about the
Thor
Ant-Man movies.
Ragnarok.
Yeah.
I had never seen Thor Ragnarok until 2021, which is crazy. But yeah, that and just going through all of that is what inspired me to be like, you know, I've been meaning to want to start up a website again and start writing, but like maybe not articles, because it would be really cool to watch one of these movies and go, hey, you know, I wrote that line. That was the first thought. That was the first thought, Jordan. Like, bar for bar, word for word. It'd be pretty cool to watch one of those movies and go to your buddy, hey, I wrote that line. That's it. That's it. I had zero aspirations of being a director. I had zero aspirations of making movies. My thought was, I could be on the writing team for Marvel, and I can have myself be one of the several names that is writing for like this.
So
You know?
you started writing Project Bayo.
So I started writing Project Bayo and all this other stuff, and yeah, 2021 self-discovery, 2022 spoils. You know, New York.
Yeah, the New York trip. I almost forgot about that.
We're not gonna go through New York. If you want,
Episode 3.
Episode
3 idiots
3.
in New York.
3 idiots.
I think it's 3 Iowans go to New York, actually.
No, I said idiots
Okay.
because none of us agreed on how the story should have been told.
Yeah.
It's a very poorly done podcast, but episode 3 we talk about our trip to New York. But like so much cool stuff happened in 2022 that made me believe
That
that
was
my life could be good.
So early into this, I got confused about the camera and accidentally recorded a time-lapse video. And then I slowed the time-lapse video down to match the pace of the actual audio. And it's just like a slideshow. It's so bad, but like, you know, the audio's at least, you know, all right. It's not great by any means, but it's all right.
So, let me just start listing the awesome things that at least happened. Like, there's a lot of things that you were involved in, but like, I can just mostly remember all the things that made me love 2022 so much. New York trip, 3 Days Grace concert. I start a website. I start writing again. We start a podcast. Man, I'm having multiple burps during this list. It's frustrating. I go back to school. All these things. Like, 2022 was not only the best year of my life, but maybe one of the most important. Well, also 2021 and 2020, definitely. Like, it's kind of weird, especially me being about 2 years younger than you.
And there was that one time your dad said, more people should have friends like Jordan.
Yeah, that's true.
He's right.
Yeah,
Right, you know.
Yeah, more people should have friends with that argue with them and disagree with them on absolutely everything, because that keeps them sharp. You know, that keeps nobody too sure of their own opinion, except Jordan.
Yeah.
He'll stand by that firmly, even if it's stupid. Anyways, I mean, anything after 2022, I mean,
We have
our
video
regular
evidence of-
listeners know
Yeah.
pretty much
Not
everything
even,
that
like,
happens.
Regular listeners, for new listeners even, they can go back and watch an entire catalog of the last 3 years of our life.
Yeah, like if you want to know what happened August 2023, go to what we were doing over there during that time. You know, like everything after that is just, it's recorded. It's really weird to think about that too. Like everything we did August 2022 to present, if you really want to get down to the specifics of what we were up to, we talk about it.
What are we about to be up to this weekend?
We're going to Madison Comic Book Expo,
Yeah.
which is crazy because we were just now talking about the podcast starting, and this weekend we're taking the production company and podcast to a convention to promote ourselves. And it's not even close to the first one that we've done.
Nope.
Guys, we did this in 3 fucking years.
I mean, we haven't blown up yet, but we will.
No, but listen,
We will. Yeah.
we don't need to blow up. Because guess what I said in episode freaking 1? Do you remember?
You said a lot.
This is what I said. Episode 1, I said, this does not need to go viral. This podcast just needs to hit the right pair of eyes or the right set of ears, and they hear, oh, this kid wants to make movies? Well, let's take a look at his work, or let's reach out. Let's see what he can do.
I do remember that.
Okay? The podcast isn't supposed to be the next Joe Rogan experience.
I want it to be, though.
Okay? I've never had
Without
the
me.
intention of making it shoot to the moon. I don't understand Jordan's high aspirations for the podcast, considering he knows he's
just
going to
wanted to pay
abandon
me.
it one day. What?
I want it to pay me.
Yeah, Jordan has like no passion for the podcast. He just like,
I wish I got money from it.
yeah. I'll give you $1 every time we do this.
I would take that.
Sure.
It's $1 a week. Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
$52
except for
a year.
yeah. So I'll pay you once a year, and it's $52.
Okay, I'll take that.
Cool. Starting January 1st.
Okay.
And that's a lease too, which means you're required to finish through 2026 the podcast. And if
What if I die?
if you die, then you owe me money.
Okay.
Man.
All right.
But yeah, man.
It's been a wild journey.
It
Both
has.
of us. And
It
not just
has.
the podcast, but in our lives.
Because like, let's think about this. Without the podcast,
we did just think about this.
No,
for
no,
like
no,
an
no.
hour
I
and
haven't said this.
19 minutes.
I haven't said this part. I often think about how different my life would be if we never started the podcast. Do you?
Not really.
You don't think about that?
Honestly, I don't think it'd be too different.
Yeah, because you do nothing every day.
Yeah, shut up.
But as for me personally, if I didn't start the podcast, if I didn't have aspirations of making movies, one, I would have never taken that video production class. In that video production class, I would never met that that professor, and that professor would have never recommended to me Marky's, a job in which I've met a plethora of folks that now help me make movies. And if I never took that video production class, I wouldn't have any of that. But the only reason why I got hired after being recommended by that guy, I do remember in the interview process, they were very interested in the fact that I ran a video podcast. They were like, oh, he's actually not just some schmuck that got told to get a job here. He's actually very interested in audio board. And
I'll admit, I really wish that you would have went farther with them.
it just it all depends on how much they wanted me at least.
That, and it also depends on like I think there's also like not really much farther to go.
Well, here's the thing. I'm about to be really transparent, okay? But let me get to where I need to get first before I can. But yeah, without the podcast, I would have nobody helping me make movies.
Yeah.
Because
We established that.
I met Matthew from Marky's, a job that I wouldn't have had doing the podcast. And if I didn't meet Matthew, I wouldn't have met Bryce and Alvaro, and we wouldn't have gotten Peace Walker. And
Yeah, because we wouldn't have gone to a convention without the podcast, and we wouldn't have met Ben and Hope. And
we wouldn't have met Ben and Hope. And those guys are great.
Mm-hmm.
You know, without the podcast, we wouldn't have had a connection at Fleur Cinema.
Yeah.
You know, we wouldn't have started doing stuff there. And that's the amazing place that lets us have the venue for 1 year out of the whole day.
One day
of the whole year. And then, you know, at the radio station, I mean, it was neither here nor there that I had the podcast. They hired me to, you know, play music at people's parties, not be on the radio. And so that might have been one of the few things that would have still happened. But honestly, I probably wouldn't have tried to get into radio if I had no aspirations in
the podcast,
in the podcast or the industry in general.
Mm-hmm.
I would have been just fine staying at the factory. And you know, the podcast has brought a plethora of crazy characters and fun folks, you know, like other podcasts. I wish I could say who they were. Screw it. The Ice Cream Sunday podcast with Austin Buckner and Trevor Holder.
I mean, we've
know,
said that.
and you know, friends of friends of friends of friends. You know, me hitting up Andy Goodman at a small little table con at the mall that they have throughout the year. I'm like, hey man, I remember seeing you at a Des Moines con. Do you want to be on a podcast, Wood guy? And then I meet Andy, and he's got a load of friends like Dean. And Dean's got a bigger load of friends like everybody else. And like just how the podcast has spiderwebbed our social lives is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like not just on a professional state, but like on a personal level too. Like,
If we're being real, I wouldn't have met my now girlfriend
yeah,
without the podcast.
yeah.
It's a crazy chain of events that I am absolutely not going to get into. But, yeah.
It's a stretch, but not a reach.
I mean, I wouldn't be saying stretch, like, because we wouldn't have been in Davenport without it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And without me, Jack Wagon.
Yeah, but like
You and her have still yet to acknowledge that.
it's fine. Like I said, crazy chain
When are
of
y'all gonna thank me? Like on the wedding day?
events. I mean, yeah.
Like, I better be the best man for that fact alone.
I mean, we got. I'm not going to talk about.
No, that's like set in stone. I'm the reason why y'all are together.
There's a thing that I might do. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Oh, conjoined best men because Charlie is just like your gaper, bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
No. Whatever. It's fine. I don't want to talk about that right now. Okay.
Whatever. And as far as my potential goes with places like Marky's and Pulse, okay, truthfully, I expected to work at both those places more often than I ultimately did, and I needed a third job. And me needing a third job meant that I couldn't go all the way with either of those other jobs.
Yeah.
There was a 1.5 year window, especially for Marquis. Not so much Pulse because I gave Pulse this weird impression that I wanted to prioritize the podcast and do all this stuff with the movies and all this stuff. Even though one time, I swear to God, I told my boss, hey, if this thing with the TSA doesn't work out, I'd love to see if I could go full-time with the radio station. And then I was told that we didn't have full-time work. And then we had 2 more full-timers. But it's whatever. What I'm trying to say is we're about an hour and 26 into this. I can say it. I mean, everybody's going to find out in a week from today anyways. My time at the radio station is up. And my time with Marky's is possibly up. The only reason why I wouldn't maybe quit Marky's is because they don't schedule me often enough for it to be an actual time consumption in my daily life anyways.
And also, we like Marquis. They let us borrow stuff.
Yeah. If I work a shift once every 30 days for Marky's, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked with my boss at the radio station. And it's been the worst kept secret that I work at Pulse 101.7.
Yeah.
I'm ripping the Band-Aid off
Because it wasn't even a secret at first. And then,
and then stuff happened with our third co-host.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that.
But anyways, yeah, I talked with my boss, and we talked about what the plan was, because truth be told, guys, I want to set up for a feature film in 2026. Not put out a feature film in 2026, but prepare for one. Monetarily, with the resources too, and the connections and all these things. It's a lot of work. And it can't get done if I'm working at the radio station on all my days off from the main full-time job, And
Exhibitionist.
An exhibitor. But on the real, my last days of being at the radio station, they expire with the calendar year. I'm finishing 2025, and I don't know. I'd love to talk about my experience in my 2 years there sometime, but I don't know if I should on the podcast. I don't know if I should get permissions.
I think you should. That's something you should safely do after you're gone.
Yeah. But, yeah, it's easily the hardest job I've ever told my boss that I'm leaving.
Understandably.
It's quite frankly the only job that I'm leaving because I have to, not because I want to.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of jobs, guys. And easily Pulse 101.7 is the greatest place on earth.
Yeah.
I often forgot that it was a job.
Yeah.
I knew I go there to work, and I didn't mistreat it as anything less. but like I never thought it was a job, you know, and it was really special. The only reason why I'm getting into this is because Jordan and I talked about how we were going to talk a little bit about the future.
Yeah.
You know, past,
Yeah.
present, and future.
I mean,
yeah.
my future is not certain. Never is.
Nobody's is.
Yeah.
It's just that you don't plan.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I do.
You have loose plans. You have concepts of a plan.
Yeah, concepts. I like that. But Isaac, this has been a great episode. It has been.
Has it been?
Yeah.
I wanted to do this week's Fancers, but there really wasn't a lot of answers.
I saw
for this
one,
week.
but
I think there was like 3 answers, and one of them
kinda
was
sucks.
Spotify.
that's okay. I guess that counts.
Yeah. Where even is my phone? I don't even know where it
It's
went.
charging.
Oh, it's still charging. Wow, that's impressive.
Let's see. We can do this quickly.
Well, we don't have to. Honestly,
I mean, if
I'd probably want it to cook for a week longer, maybe get some more answers under there.
You sure? It's got 5.
Sure. Let's do it.
Sierra Newton, YouTube TV, Megan Drake,
Whoa,
Spotify.
whoa, read the question,
Oh.
dog.
Simple question from my friends. Which streaming service is the most worth it? Sierra Newton, YouTube TV, Megan Drake, Spotify, Marcellus Willoughby, Peacock, Jill Marchand, Paramount.
Ask Marcellus, take WWE off Peacock. Ask him if his answer's the same, bro.
Dylan Jacobson, probably drop out for the price and who it benefits. Honestly.
Dylan freaking gets it, bro.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
Okay, because I don't know a lot of people that even know about Dropout.
Yeah.
And I freaking love Dropout. Thank you, Dylan, bro, for that answer.
This has been a solid episode.
Solid
Like I
episode?
said, I've got something to do at 10:40, which is currently 5 minutes.
Do you think the people listening learned something about us?
Absolutely.
Other than that we argue a lot, even though they probably learned that a long time ago?
I think so.
Okay.
I think they learned that I don't like people that have an education.
I was actually going to ask, are you going to start believing that people who have an education aren't better than you?
Yeah, it's a complicated emotion and feeling with lots of layers. So like it is a bit of an oversimplification to say that. But obviously I don't automatically think people with an education are better. They have a reason to believe the things that they do and do the things that they do, and that's through the experiences they've gained. All right, I cannot hate on that at all, and I never will.
Because I will tell you, and I don't even know what we were talking about, but it was 2 years ago, and I was beyond frustrated that I learned things in college, and I retained the things that I learned in college, and I communicated to you something that made it related to what I was learning in college, and I gave you some advice pertaining to whatever the situation was, and you thought that was a crock of crap.
I don't remember either.
I don't remember it either, but like, for me to go through the effort of going to college for you so I could help you in that
Okay.
situation,
Yeah,
dog.
sure.
Come on, man. Ugh.
It's neither here nor there at this point.
It is.
Isaac, who or what do you dedicate this podcast episode out to?
You.
Me?
Yes.
Why?
Because, dude, okay, it wasn't like you're the one that freaking took us to Walmart and we bought a microphone.
Yeah, we split it, and now that microphone.
I don't even think I had a car at the time.
I don't think you did either. Yeah.
Or maybe I did.
No, I don't think you did.
I had that stupid truck, maybe.
Maybe. It might have been sitting in the driveway waiting to get repaired.
Yeah. But either way, yeah, Jordan, in a lot of ways, sure, our lives would be, or my life would be completely different without the podcast. But, like,
Now.
you're the reason why we have the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, my creative mind and endeavors they could have just gone without, and then you decided that we should start recording this crap.
Yeah.
Because there was a point in time where I was just like gonna launch a website, and it was just gonna be the same as it was with my previous blog, where I wouldn't be doing any video production, I wouldn't be doing any podcasting. I would just be a guy writing stories and putting them on the website and sharing the link on Facebook, you know. And I was just gonna do it the same exact way as I did with my blog. But like you are the reason why I have probably 95% of the things in my life that I'm proud of.
Thank you. And like it is true that I feel actually the same way about you. I really do. But I'm not going to dedicate this podcast episode out to you.
Fuck you.
I'm sorry.
I'm kidding. If you're only listening, I want you to know that I did not say that in a mean way. I mean, I did, but like in a
It's
jokingly
all right.
mean way.
I love you, Isaac. I will always love you. You're my best friend.
Who is the 3-year anniversary episode going to go out to? Because if it's going to go to your girlfriend, I'm going to put this Viking can up your ass.
That's exactly who it's going to go to.
Why?
Because I want to.
What does she have to do with the history of this podcast, dog?
Like I said earlier.
Why can't we just save it for the time you're going to force me to have her as a guest?
I wouldn't have her without it. And that's entirely the truth.
You wouldn't have her without the podcast.
Yeah.
I guess we did talk about that. You were
So,
never without me.
Elise, this podcast episode goes out to you. You are
Boo.
amazing, and you treat me amazing, and I can't wait to see what this journey holds for us. Thank you.
You know, there's quite a few episodes that I dedicated an episode to a girlfriend, too.
Yeah, there is. All right.
So, keep those few and far in between, baby girl.
You know me, I try not to duplicate.
She doesn't know about the Ninja Turtles. How dare you?
All right. Amen on 3.
Sure.
1, 2, 3.
Amen.